everyone. We are about to get started today for our hemp meeting, Boulder County Part 2, really making history today. Does everybody have gift bags in the audience? Because we're going to go over some of that stuff really super fast. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate all the effort, especially in our blizzard that we had this morning. Bringing lots of water for our hemp plants coming this summer. So let's look at the positive side of things. We have a great list of speakers today that will be going over a bunch of hemp-related topics, and I'll kind of specify that in 1 second. Alright, so in everybody's gift bags, if you guys don't mind pulling this out so we can be on the same page, there is a flyer that says Hemp Meeting, and this is your list of speakers here today, except for Filippone, who was stuck on the Bell Path, but her daughter Summer Star is here. So other than that, everybody is on this list. Except for the district representative for Polis office, but I have some information from her she's provided in the gift bag. Okay, so quickly let me just discuss who I am really quick. My name is Veronica. I'm the host of this event with Colorado Hemp Coffee and Grow Hemp Colorado. There is a bunch of other great vendor stuff in this bag from people like Hemp Ice Cream and Dr. Bronner's, which I'll give you a quick second to talk about their product. And we also have a few special guests in the house, Doug Fine with the new Hemp Bound book. So he's going to have a chance to talk about that as well in a second. So that's exciting. And we will be doing release of the applications for the state hemp commercial farming and hemp research and development applications today too. So that's exciting. So Doug, if you want to quickly talk really super fast, there's a mic up here. I'll bring it to you, and he's going to talk about his hemp bound book really super fast.
Yeah, great. So I want to tell you, as a citizen and as a father, what a pleasure it is to see this many people here today. That's the first quick thing I want to say, Hemp for Victory. And secondly, I want to kind of bow a little bit to the people here, because I spent a couple of years researching the worldwide hemp industry. And what's happening here is, this is on Mark the day, the timelines, like the first tool was used. It's like the U.S. started moving back towards hemp again. It's happening here, and it's thanks to a lot of people in the audience here and at this panel, so I just want to acknowledge as a newcomer how excited I am. If you don't believe me that it's all happening here, really quickly, I just want to show you a couple of photos. As well as you can see, this is the hemp flag going over the Colorado State House. People here, we're there. This is how I opened my life in my mom's Colorado hemp field last season. It helped the Belgian hemp farmers field 2 months ago. It's a worldwide phenomenon. And this is the actual fiber that today goes into BMW and Mercedes door metal. Your roommate with the lava lamp was right. Hemp can do it. Hemp is really going to save humanity. Okay, so that's all I'll say. Oh no, we're backstage after talking in Amsterdam to the bottom of these cases. So I just thought that was so very quickly, because there's a lot more people that have to talk about a lot of things. What I'm proposing in this book, which is available in like 2 weeks, you can pre-order it right now. There's 5 speaking events in Colorado in April. If you haven't gotten that schedule, it's on the photo table there. What I'm proposing Hempbound is, and I know that you guys are prospective farmers with registration and permits, bless you for getting this going and signing people up. Can you just give this woman a round of applause? Well, so you've got bigger things to worry about than what I'm preaching right now, but I'm just going to make one point that is made in Hempbound. Hope you all check it out. It's the Canadians are doing only seed oil, the Chinese is the oversimplification, the Europeans and Chinese are doing only fiber, and almost nobody in the whole world is doing energy. Europeans are becoming energy independent through biomass combustion, anaerobic type, carbon-friendly stuff of their farm waste, not from hemp. But if you Colorado farmers put your infrastructure in place so that individual communities can be growing the profitable seed oil, the much-needed industrial fiber, and then have this energy-independent solution for using your farm waste to make your communities, your county, Boulder County, wherever, energy-independent, that's a good move for my kids. So thank you in advance, and I look forward to talking to any of you anytime, approaching anyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Todd. Okay, two other things in your impact that you want to bring attention to. There is an adopt a plant program for any of your friends out of state, or if you're not planning on farming this year, you can adopt a farmer and or a hemp seed plant. Second, there is information about a grassroots development program utilizing the currency that we do have available to us right now in Colorado before the DEA or the federal levels figure out what we are doing regarding importing. So I encourage everybody to read this information regarding the seed and the development program. Before we get started, I'm going to let Dr. Bronner's reps talk really quick so they can discuss some of about their product and why Dr. Bronner is important.
Thank you, Veronica. Hi, I'm Eric, and my wife Gina here. We represent Dr. Bronner's Magic Soaps, and we're here to represent also the hemp industries of America. In 2012, over $500 million of hemp products were sold in the United States, none of which were grown in the United States. The United States is the only industrialized nation that does not allow hemp to be grown on its lands, and that's what we're here today and working hard to try to change. We represent of that $500 million, about 30% of the oil that is brought into the country for body care. We're one of the largest importers of oil that we get from Manitoba, Canada. As he referenced, most of the oil and seed comes from Canada, whereas the fibers are coming from Europe and mostly China. So we're looking to be advocates on both of that front to move forward in this industry. So we have been using hemp in our soap since 1998 because it's a large chain and it helps adhere some of the other ingredients and adds a nice moisturizing quality to the soaps. And other blooms such as the hemp seed and in body care have been really pushing this forward. So we see a major opportunity moving forward for new jobs in the hemp industry, also for products to go right from the farms onto the shelves to be sold and to do so quickly and successfully, which we already know. Because we're running short on these supplies, many other companies are starting to want to add hemp to their products, and so we see a huge opportunity here in the state of Colorado for areas that are struggling to really increase their percentage of money per crop and also really do some healthy things for their farmlands as well. So, that's it.
Okay, great. So how is today going to work? We are going to start with the panel. They're going to have 10-15 minutes each to talk about their topics and how they're related to all this and what's important to you. And then you're going to have about a 45-minute Q&A and end this event at 2 o'clock. There will be a little time to socialize and network outside of the theater. So we will get started. Let's start with Stan Garnett, our Boulder County DA, who we love because he is super progressive and some of the local jurisdiction will default back on him if the state does have to make a report of 0.3%, etc. So we'll kind of get into that a little bit more, but Stan is very important. He also served on the rulemaking committee. So we love to
Hi, I'm Stan Garnett. Thanks for having me again. Seems like we just did this not too long ago. I'm the district attorney for Boulder's 20th, or for the 20th Judicial District, which is Boulder County. We are the 5th largest DA's office in the state out of 22. We file each year about 1,900 felonies and about 15,000 misdemeanors. First of all, let me make it clear there's a little bit of a business or commercial overtone to this today, which is great, but let me make clear I'm not here endorsing any particular product or any commercial side of things. I'm simply here to talk about the legal issues involved in both marijuana and cannabis and in hemp, and to answer any questions that you have. So I won't take the full 10 or 15 minutes here. But let me tell you a couple of basic things. I'm a very practical and realistic person when it comes to law enforcement. My view is the role of the district attorney and of the police and of law enforcement agencies in a community is to protect the public, to hold people accountable who do bad things to each other and violate the criminal laws, and then generally stay out of the way so that free people can do the right thing in whatever way they see fit. Early on in my term as district attorney, which started a little over 5 years ago, I inherited some marijuana cases from my predecessor, which I took to have my staff take to trial, including one against my friend Jason Lauve. I quickly learned what Boulder County juries think about marijuana enforcement, and we quickly changed that policy, which is one of the great things about the American system of justice. If you're taking cases to trial and you're actually hearing what the community thinks, you can modify your policies to make sure that you're in step with those. I enjoy serving on the hemp regulatory task force because it seems obvious to me that there is a role agriculturally for hemp farming and development. My mother's family all came from Morgan County and have a long agricultural tradition, and my mother passed away a number of years ago, but she would be proud to see the farmers and ranchers and agricultural community of Colorado endorsing and working with this product. So I'm here to answer your questions. I always enjoy these discussions. I do have to leave a little bit after 12:30. Know that if you don't get to ask me a question now, I'll leave some cards, and you're always welcome to call me or get in touch as you see fit. So thanks for having me this morning.
Thanks, Dan, so much for coming. Next, we're going to have the state person in charge of all of our hemp farming activities now and in the future, Laura Potter. Thank you, Laura.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting me. So we have worked hard, not by ourselves, but collaboratively. We have worked very hard and very diligently. So beginning today, the application forms for registration of industrial hemp are available, and I can't take your money today, but if you want to mail it in or come to our office starting Monday, then we're all set on the registration. So let me just go over a few things regarding how this program and this crop is going to be regulated. It is feasible to grow this plant indoors or outdoors. That is part of the program. If you're you can also register as a commercial producer. You can register as research and development. We still have a little bit of a fix we have to get done, but it is not complete. So at this point, if you're going to grow this crop indoors, you have to be registered commercially. And we hope to have that fixed in the future. But for now, that's the way it is. If you want to register to conduct research and development, you are limited to 10 acres. So that is also something that may be worked on and changed in the future as well, but for now, 10 acres. Now, the basics of this is that the industrial hemp plant, in order to be considered industrial hemp, because we are dealing with the same genus, cannabis, as marijuana, in order to be considered industrial hemp, we are regulating THC content. We are not concerned with anything else that is in the plant. We are regulating THC content. And in order to be legitimately in the industrial hemp program, the THC content of the flowers, the bud of the plant that you are dealing with, must be 0.3%. So 0.3% based on dry weight. And our regulatory program